Good morning, y'all. Y'all here with Belmont BS. I'm your host, Jabbar. I'm here with my co-host.
Yeah.
We got special introduce yourself.
My name is Woodson. I'm a dean of students here at Belmont Charter High School.
How long you been working here?
I've been working here for a month and a half now.
You like it so far?
6 months, 6 weeks. Do I like it so far? Yeah, it's cool.
Was
It's my
you
first time working with high school kids.
was you anywhere? So you like your experience?
Yeah, so far I've been in education for the last 9 years of my life, and I've always been either with elementary or middle school kids. So this is my first time working with high school kids and like being in the school setting. I've been working in Jersey and a little bit of parts of different parts of Philly for over like I said, the last 9 years.
So how did transition go from smooth or like,
Yeah, it's been a smooth transition because, like I said, even though I've been working with middle school and elementary school kids for the majority of my career, I have had experience with high school kids, whether it's like following my founding kids from my previous school in Jersey up to them being in high school, coaching high school basketball and different things like that.
So what you like better? You like elementary, middle school, or high school?
I don't think it would be fair to say right now because I don't really have that much experience working in a high school setting right now, but I think this is like a really good experience and it's probably more suited around my skill set in terms of like how I manage kids, how I deal with conflict resolution in terms of those type of situations. And I'm up for it. You feel me? Like y'all seem like some really cool kids. I'm from Philly just like y'all. I wanted to put a little bit more of my expertise and some of like my energy into my own backyard. Like I said, I was in Jersey for a long period of time, so I feel like it's now time for me to like set my roots inside of Philly.
I feel that. So what part of the Philly you from?
I'm from Uptown.
Uptown.
You said you was a ball coach. Where did you coach ball?
So I've coached at every school that I've worked at. So I used to work at Young Scholars Kenderton at elementary middle school, actually with Miss Duval. I worked with her my first year ever in teaching. And I coached there for a little bit, and then I went to New Jersey and coached at Kip Whittier Middle School for like 5 years. I won a Camden Middle School League championship.
Oh,
I
the
went
one in
twice.
Camden?
Yeah, I went twice. I went to, in Kip, they have like this network-wide, country-wide tournament where like a bunch of middle schools come and compete against each other. And I made it to the finals in that 2 years in a row. And I was the Kip High School in Jersey head coach as well. So I've been coaching basketball for the last 7 years of my career. I just didn't coach this past year because I've worked at a private school in Uptown, and it was just elementary, so they didn't have athletics.
All right, yeah. Would
Do you see
consider-
yourself coaching for Belmont?
Yeah, for sure. I've talked to Coach Spots about like that opportunity, and she is the head coach, and I've always actually had like a female coach assistant. So being her assistant will be another like opportunity for me to again like expand my horizons in terms of like the stuff that I feel like I'm good at, because I do know the game pretty well. I also played in high school and in college, so I'm like I said, I'm ready to attack and like put those roots in my home backyard and hopefully compete for state championships.
What college you go to?
I went to Rutgers at Camden County, so I got a lot of Jersey roots, like I said. So now I'm trying to get back to feeling like home.
Right. You like Jersey or Philly more? Give it a bean.
I don't like Jersey. Like I feel like they wear it on the com. I feel like they trying to find their identity, so to speak. Because the further south you are in Jersey, they got a lot of like Philly traits in them. The further north you go up in Jersey, they got a lot of New York traits. So they trying to find like their own identity and figure out like where they are. And I think that's like okay, but Philly and New York, we already know who we are.
Right.
And I feel like that's one of the big differences in terms of like the three states.
I feel that. You don't got nothing to say?
No, I'm trying to find something. You said you grew up in Uptown.
Yeah.
So what brings you down here to Belmont instead of staying where you was at?
So that's a really good question. The school that I was at, I didn't feel like it was conducive to like the work that I was trying to do. It was a private school, so they had a lot of resources that I didn't think benefited. No, the resource that they did have, I felt like benefited like another group of kids, and I wanted, again, like I said, for my skill set to shine bright in like different situations. A lot of like charter schools and public schools don't have the resources that privately funded programs and schools have, and sometimes how you make up for that is like the people that you have involved in certain kids' lives. And I feel like working for a black female principal is like something that I've never had the opportunity to do. Like I said, me and Miss Duval have known each other for almost now 10 years, and working with her at the high school level, her being a leader, I feel like it would be a strong and like a really good opportunity for me to take that next step into my career.
Yeah, I feel that. That's good. So how was life growing up in Uptown?
How was life growing up in Uptown? It was cool. I mean, I think like us in Philly, we all have similar situations and experiences.
Yeah.
I know now, like over the last, I want to say 10 years, life, like y'all another generation. Like when I was in high school, we was doing the similar things that y'all was, but it's like more like mainstreamed and it's more seen. Like y'all got social media is super prevalent. Y'all got a lot of people, y'all got a lot of different eyes on y'all, so y'all feel like y'all got to do more of like showing who y'all are and what y'all are about. Because when I was in high school, when like situations arose, we like handled it a different way. Now I feel like because of social media, because of like all the eyes on y'all feel like y'all got to resort to certain things. And that's like one of the biggest differences or nuances that I feel like are happening now in Philly today. Like even just having conversations with kids, it's like if you feel like you being disrespected or you feel like you got into a situation, you got to respond in a way where you feel like you keep your respect, or somebody's not looking at you, calling you out your name, saying you a turkey, or all these different things. And hopefully, like I said, that's why I'm in this work now, especially working with high school, to hopefully try to change that mindset. Because again, like a lot of the stuff that we feel like is important isn't really.
So you think social media a good or a bad thing?
I think social media has its perks, for sure. Like I have a strong social media following. I have like 60,000 followers on TikTok. I got 40,000 followers on Instagram. And it's because I try to use my platform for good. I talk about my educational experience in my career. I talk about my family. I talk about my religion sometimes. I do like funny things with my family and things like that. And I just show them like how us, people that look like us in our communities, don't always got to resort to the things that we do resort to. And a lot of people give me good feedback and ask me to continue to do the work and continue to show and shine that light. And even talking about mental health, I feel like it's important because we shine a light on a lot of the negative stuff, bro. Like the news is depressing. Social media is a bunch of girls shaking their behinds and people trying to put on like clothes to show this, that, and the third that they got it and they really don't. I think we could utilize it in a different way. So it has its perks, but it also has its evil side.
Right. Nah, you spun. Right.
You explained that.
Where could they find you on like TikTok and all that?
Yeah, so my TikTok handle is Korwood, KORWOD, and my Instagram is s.woodson with 2 N's. s.woodson with 2 N's. And it's a bunch of stuff on there, like I said, about education, about my family, about my 2 kids, about getting fly. Like I pride myself on getting fly. About me being Muslim. Like I pride myself on all those things. Being in education, being a community activist. So if anybody is looking to see those things, just check that stuff out.
So you say you had 2 kids. How old is that?
I got a daughter, she's 9, and I got a son, he's 6.
Any of them go to Belmont?
No, they don't go to none of the Belmonts. Actually, my kids don't even live in Philly. I got my daughter, she live in Delaware, and my son, he live in Houston.
Houston. I ain't never been to Houston.
Yeah, no. Houston cool. It's cool.
You like
Texas cool. Yeah, Texas cool. I think they got some crazy laws, but it is what it is. It's fun. It's fun. And also depending on what you're trying to get into. Like I do hookah. So it's like a really like big town on hookah. I like getting fly. They got a lot of like shopping areas. It got rich history and like just black people in general. So like I'm really about that stuff too.
Hold on, before you wrap it up, I got one more question. You travel?
Yeah.
What was name 5 spots?
Your favorite 5?
Your favorite 5 spots that you ever traveled to?
My favorite 5 spots. So I'm gonna go from 5 up. Number 5 is probably Houston.
Houston, yeah.
Like I said, with just like the richness and like nightlife, black people, and like just culture in general. Number 4, probably Atlanta. Atlanta just filled with black people, a bunch of black-owned businesses, a bunch of stuff that you could do. Number 3, probably Dominican Republic. Dominican Republic is cool.
That's a good
me see. Oh yeah, and Houston is actually where I proposed to my wife. So that's one of the things that's like important for me there. Number 2 is Canada. I'm Canadian, half Canadian. My mom was born and raised in Canada, so I've been to Canada, Montreal. And number 1 is New Orleans. I love New Orleans. Their food is great. Great.
I be hearing it.
They got the best food, I feel like, in the country.
I got to do my homework on New Orleans. But we're going to wrap this up. Introduce yourself again. Tell me who you are.
Like I said, I'm Mr. Woodson, Dean of Students here at Belmont Charter, and I appreciate y'all having me on.
I appreciate you for being on here.
We're going to send it to the weather. Thank you.
Your weather lady, Kirsten Jackson, and this is this week's weather. Monday, 65 degrees with a low of 47. Tuesday, 66 degrees with a low of 50. Wednesday, 63 degrees with a low of 46. Some showers. Thursday, 64 degrees with a low of 43, sunny. And Friday, 62 degrees with a low of 46, cloudy. Today, we're going to be doing... And I got so many requests. Kirsten, why didn't you do a hot seat? So today, we have one of our students here. Introduce yourself.
My name is Kyan, best looking 12th grader there is in the Belmont campus.
Okay, and Mr. Kyan is going to be asking me a few questions, and I'm going to answer them truthfully.
Okay, first question, what is your favorite food?
Probably chicken tenders and french fries, a little bit of honey mustard on the side, a little water, cold water.
Chicken tenders, like, from anywhere, like?
Yeah, like, if I go to a restaurant or something, maybe, or I'm just eating, I'm hungry, just get some chicken tenders.
So, like how the restaurant bring out the adult menu and the kids, you eat off the kids?
Well, why would I eat those for kids menu? I'm not a kid.
Because chicken tenders is a kid's meal.
Okay, but they can have variety. It could be any restaurant. Restaurants sell chicken tenders and french fries, but I would let be on the kids menu. Next question, though.
Okay, next questions. Biggest regret in life?
I don't really have many regrets. My biggest regret, though, is probably letting people play in my face.
Wow. So, like, describe play in your face.
Like, I don't know. Like, sometimes I do think things need to get a little violent, but I don't really have no regrets in life. I just think I'm more of a calm, whatever I do is what I do.
But I think I said describe play in your face. Like how?
Oh, and I just said, like, the answer I just said. If I feel like sometimes violence needs to be done, sometimes I don't do it. Next question.
So the people want to know, like, your lip combo.
I just use a little bit of lip gloss. That's really much it, y'all. From the hair store. You want to get some lip gloss from the hair store. Don't have to be a specific one. Just
okay.
Who asked that?
Oh no,
That's
somebody in the comments.
Okay.
Next question. What's the most, like, embarrassing thing, like, you did in public?
I don't really have anything embarrassing that I did.
Okay. Not even the time when you pissed on yourself?
I never peed on myself.
Oh. Okay.
Did
next,
you?
Oh yeah, plenty of time.
Okay. Seems to be.
Worst thing you ever did to get yourself in trouble?
I fought some girl on a bus, I guess.
School bus, SEPTA bus, shirt bus. What kind of
SEPTA
bus?
bus.
When did this take place?
I don't know. Back in my old life, I guess.
Okay. What is your favorite quality about yourself?
Well, I don't really have one, y'all. It's really hard to pinpoint one. So I'm just gonna say everything.
Who would you say is, like, the favorite guy, like your favorite guy you ever talked to?
Well, they're all in a negative, so I really don't have a favorite guy I talk to. Yeah.
A lot of these questions isn't getting answered the way I would like. So next question would be.
Well, I don't know how you would like me to answer some of these questions. I'm being completely honest.
So, like, what's the ideal date for you?
want to do something fun, like nothing boring, like a dinner. Like, can we go skydiving or like, I don't know, something like scary. Like we're gonna be scared for our lives, like something, fun.
So like a escape room, something like that.
Yeah, like or a haunted house. Like I want somebody to chase us, like we running for our life, something like that.
Like describe like your type of men.
Well, I don't really have a I don't really have a specific type. I guess dreads, they have a way of coming to me every time. I don't know how, but dreads. I would have to say a nice chocolate man. Nothing toxic, nothing crazy. I just like a nice chill kind of guy,
Okay.
Funny.
Funny, okay.
Yes, because I'm hilarious.
So like from what you just described, you kind of like describe somebody I know, not me or anything like that, but somebody I know. Like maybe I'll tell them like that's your type.
I don't know who I just described. Half really got dreads.
Yeah, you're right.
So.
Okay, next question. My next question would have to be like, do you care about height?
Not really. I mean, you just can't be under like 5'5". Like.
Okay. So like, you know how girls say they men 6 foot and up. Like, what's your take on that? Like, you want like a skyscraper type of man. Like tall men, like they just not it. Like sometimes like imagine like like say you want to dance battle with somebody tall. Like he's gonna look dumb dancing. So like like the short guys, like everything they do look nice and like good when they do it.
Well, what do you consider a short guy? I just said anything under 5'5", I wouldn't talk to.
No, I'm saying short would be like 5 foot. So you wouldn't deal with a 5 footer, would you?
I'm 5'2", so no.
Oh, okay. Final and last question.
Make it good because so far I'm not happy with these questions.
Who's the best looking guy in this room right now?
Nasir. Thank you. You're welcome. That's it. This is your fave host, Kirsten, and I'm out.